Well,
Yep.
yeah, I think what sums up this game, I mentioned in the group chat, when Matthews scored his first goal, I actually shouted out, "That's my dad." And I wasn't even thinking, it just came out of my mouth.
It's just natural at this point. Like, he's
My dad. My dad scored.
That's my dad.
There was
Wow.
literally nothing except for Hall that I didn't like in this game.
Yeah. He's the only one that I was still yelling at while we have a huge lead. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. But you mentioned in the group chat as well, just like that, you think he's, playing for his, what the fuck are we doing? Why are we talking about the only bad thing in this game tonight? Well, let's quickly sum up this game for people who didn't get to watch. Leafs jump out to a 3-0 lead, absolutely dominate them in the entire first period. Colorado gets a goal because the power play unit at the end of the power play stayed out a little too long. They go with like 1 second left. And in my head, I'm like, uh-oh. But and then Colorado comes out, dominates the second period. Get a 3-2 goal. I think pretty early on in the period. And then I was like, ooh. And then Campbell made like,
oh my gosh,
4 saves to
he kept us in the game.
Yeah.
In the second when it was still 3-1.
Well, 3-2.
3-2, yeah.
And then we got 2 quick goals, and then the third period was just like the first, just domination.
Yeah, the third was just being a bully at that point.
Yeah, even Engvall scored. That's how you know. That's how you know you're having a bad game.
Yeah, he just iced it.
Yeah.
As soon as he scored, it went,
yeah.
Send the invite. I could just hop on the pod now.
What'd you think of Joey Anderson's game?
It wasn't like spectacular, but he I think he drew a penalty and he kind of he didn't make any mistakes. So I thought it was all right.
Yeah, they Semyonov today, I think his contract was terminated. So he didn't want to go down to the AHL. Joey Anderson's going to be the guy. Well, Cashel will probably be back either next game or the game after. They're just giving him a little bit of a maintenance. He's not too hurt to play by the looks of it. Then Mikheyev will be joining them on the road trip coming up. But he probably won't play. And Mrazek will be playing in the AHL, probably getting a couple starts there before he's back up with the team. So we recalled Michael Hutchison, I believe. To back up. I don't know if he'll back up or if it'll be Wall, but like actually quite a bit of Leafs news, all like stuff that doesn't really matter too much. Joey Anderson, I did like his game better than Semyonov. He made a couple plays that he's not a rookie anymore, really. Like he's, I think 24, 25.
Yeah.
So he's getting up there, but he kind of reminded me of Adam Brooks, honestly. Just like a bit like, he was fast. He won some puck battles, but he's going to be a bottom 6 player if he ever sticks in the NHL.
Yeah. And a guy who's going to not be a bottom 6 guy is Michael Bunting.
Yeah.
3 assists tonight. He was unreal.
And that even Richie is looking really good in that bottom 6 role. Like that's what he was meant to be. That's the type of player he is. And he's looking better and better. Like, cause he can keep up with people on the other 3rd and 4th lines on the other teams. He can skate with them. He just couldn't skate with the best of the best.
Yeah, exactly. Like if he was paired up against McKinnon tonight, like it wouldn't have been good.
It would not have been good. I will say,
I like him there.
I will say for Colorado, their defense, although had some terrible defensive plays, but they are like really dangerous on the rush. Like I haven't seen a defensive core in a long time that's been that like they have Gerard, Bowen Byram, and Makar who are all like really good puck moving defensemen. But I mean, Matthews there was that one pick that I sent on his first goal, literally no one around him and he's just in front of the net.
Unmarked, in front of the net.
Just not the best best or second best goal scorer in the league. No, don't worry.
Yeah,
it's fine.
And Matthews' composure this whole game, unworldly.
Yeah.
Some people might just panic and just try and like shoot as soon as they get it. He just here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I felt bad actually. Our friend Rick watched the game with us and he was like, wow, this poor goalie. And like he wasn't good, but he also wasn't helped by, and like none of the goals were bad goals. They were all like mediocre goals and just let down by the defenseman losing puck battles in front of the net.
He also even though he let in 8, there was also 41 shots. So
and the Leafs led the entire game. And I think we were down on shots for about 2 minutes in the second period for the entire game.
Yeah, we're leading in the first, but then that second period, we started getting peppered. But Campbell just showed that he's the guy.
He's the guy. Yeah.
Yeah. He was sick.
Yeah. And there is I think we haven't trailed for a single second in the last 6 games now, I think.
On the road.
Yeah. Well, we were home tonight.
But
last 6 games, it's just since the Pittsburgh game, I think it was. It's just like, what bad can you say about this team? Colorado is undoubtedly a top 5 NHL team, and we just beat them 8-3.
Yeah, and they're on some kind of streak or something.
4 games.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
so like they weren't coming in cold, like they were playing well.
And that was 4 games with McKinnon out for all 4 of those games. So it was his first game back tonight, and we still beat him like that. Yeah. And it was also nice to see, you could tell that Kerfoot was, I think it's their second or third time playing since he was traded for the Kadri thing against each other. And you could tell that he wanted to prove that like, it's not that big of a downgrade between him and Kadri. And I think he was a +3 or 4 tonight, and Kadri was a plus or a 0. Because he had a few goals let up against him, got 1 power play goal. And also, can we just say on that last, what they got the power play, there was like 2 blatant penalties that Colorado, like Kampf was just looking at the ref like, what? And then there was another play where McKinnon's just grabbing. I think it was
our guy literally stopped playing and just.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden we got a penalty. I was like, wait, what?
The little glove tap penalties. It's like, if you're going to call that, you have to call it the other way.
Yeah, exactly.
But maybe he was just feeling bad that they were getting destroyed.
Yeah. I almost bought a goat mask on Amazon midway into that 3rd period. I think I will be on the
thumbnail.
Yeah, I think I still might get a goat mask. Because you could put like Willie the goat, Matthews the goat. Tavares looked awesome.
Yeah, you literally wear it, put the jersey on, you're good to go.
Yeah, Engvall the goat. Engvall the giraffe.
Oh my God.
But what's the other? There's another news that we had recently.
Well, while you think of it, I just want to bring it back to Kerfoot. He's someone at the beginning of the year, I was like, yeah, we could trade this guy and get something back or even just cap space. But now I'm like, I don't know if he's tradable now. And now it's kind of becoming a little hot topic. Like, is he tradable now? Like, I don't really want to get rid of him.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, if you can find deals like Bunting for less than $1 million, Cash for 1.5, Comp for less than 2 million, and then there's Richie. But like, if you can get guys like that every year, like you can afford to have Kerfoot. I think one of the things, like with Liljegren and Sandin hopefully getting signed the offseason, that means Hall's gone, so that clears some room. The Kessel deal's off the books. Mrazek, I think you have to give a full season here, but maybe he goes in the offseason if Wall proves something more. You have enough money for Campbell, you have enough money for Sandin, Liljegren, and you keep essentially the same team.
Yeah, and that would be nice because we haven't really had that in the last couple of years. There's always that rotating bottom 6 role. It'd be nice to have some consistency because I feel like that's the only way we'll really grow.
Yeah. And also Wayne Simmons is just like dangling people. this year. It's like where was this last year? Where was this last year in the playoffs? Like he
Oh
was
my god.
he was actually a hindrance on the team in the playoff. That's why it's just like you can't be mad at literally anything about this team, and you just sit Hall down. You'd be like, man, you're gonna stay in the lineup. Just don't do stupid shit, or you're gonna leave. Like,
yeah,
you know,
like follow the wrong guy, pinch unnecessarily.
yeah. When you have a 3-1 lead and you're pinching in the offensive zone, it's like against Colorado. Oh, anyways,
whether you watched or haven't watched the game, Hall was bad this game.
Hall was bad. Yeah, and then losing the puck battle to Kadri in front of the net.
He got manhandled.
Yeah,
while he's on his knees.
Yeah, yeah, really. But yeah, other than that, every single player on this team played awesome. Super well. Campbell is, he's also my dad. I have a few dads now. I'm from a Mormon family, I guess.
They all signed the adoption papers.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you have any other like highlights from this game, or like people that you really enjoyed their game?
Of course, we haven't mentioned Willie, but Willie was just unparalleled again this game.
Yeah.
And I think just everyone buying into like the forwards playing more defensively. Like all of them are skating back hard, and they're making it so difficult in the middle of the ice that it's hard for them to like enter our zone. Yeah. And it's really starting to pay off and show now.
Yeah.
So I'm just keep doing it.
I think we're number 2 in the league in defensive stats. Ooh. I think they were saying that at the end of the game, and I feel like that has to be true, judging by the fact that Jack Campbell has the best stats in the league and he's played almost every game, and Joseph Wall in the games he hasn't played has been awesome.
Yeah, I'd believe it.
Yeah. And like Matthews, like everyone's complaining about his goal scoring, and it's like what, we're winning all these games and he's not scoring at his usual pace. It's like, what's going to happen when there's games like tonight? Leafs literally played like they have the last few games, except Matthews scored more goals. So like it's a difference between it being 5-3 win or an 8-3 win if Matthews scores
100%.
Yeah. Yeah. I have nothing bad to say, but like I was just, even we were complaining about their bad starts all last year, and even at the start of the season, once again they were having bad starts, and it's just like this first period against the Colorado Avalanche was just pure domination.
Yeah, like the whole first period, I was like, we won. Like this game's over.
got a little scared there. But...
Yeah, and then the second happened, and
yeah.
Just an awesome game.
Anyone you noticed from Colorado?
Did I notice anyone from Colorado?
Yeah.
Just that. Oh my gosh! Now I can't even think of his name.
Natushkin, Burakovsky.
Yeah. Well, what was that one?
Burakovsky.
Yeah, I think it was him. It was someone who was like the only threat that was out there.
Yeah. Yeah. But like even, and I mess it, like McKinnon kind of scares me when he's on the ice, but like
just because he can make something happen from nothing. So you're like, oh, whenever he's on, it's kind of like with McDavid's on, like one of those guys, just like, oh.
But you also
stop him.
Like McKinnon he was right. He was the guy that was supposed to be on Matthews in front of the net. Like his defensive game, that was the same thing with McDavid last year against the Leafs. He was terrible defensively, and that was, maybe you have to give him some leniency because it was his first game back. I mean, Matthews didn't score a goal for his first 4 games back from injury, so you have to give him some leniency. But like defensive play, I don't know if the Leafs are just playing that good or other teams are just, it seems like at first we were kind of like, oh, other teams might just be having a bad game. But if it's this
streak, it's like, consistent now.
We're good. We're good. Yeah.
We're just playing out of our minds right now.
Yeah. And I would say that in the power rankings in the NHL, like, I think we have to be first right now. Like, I wouldn't be scared. Like, Carolina is honestly the only team that I would be super scared to go against in a 7-game series.
Yeah. Because they haven't, like, they started hot, but they haven't really died out yet. They're still
I think
still
they have
producing.
a better win percentage than us because they played less games. But
but if you just take November first.
For sure. Awesome. Well, we're going to keep it short and sweet. We're going to have another podcast probably this weekend to share with you all. We might have a special guest on again. We'll let you know.